I want to go to my colleague, Shepard Smith. Apparently a shooting in Toronto, Shepard?
That we believe so, Neil. The Toronto Raptors have won the NBA championship. There is a massive parade right now going on at Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto. And police have just sent out the following tweet. Reports of woman shot, people running from area. Police, EMS are on scene. Unknown what injuries are there. But we do have some video that will show you the crowd hightailing it out of there. You can see this is the parade itself, and then you'll be able to see people leaving en masse. I really think the banner's covering part of it. There you go. This all happened right at 20 minutes ago, just before 4 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. So right about 20 minutes ago. Police are now on scene. There are lots of videos online of this now. Again, the police say there are reports of a woman shot, and there are, but there is no evidence of that yet that we know of. We know that the parade quickly broke up and people running in all directions, and now police are there investigating, as are emergency services. So the location is the square in Toronto, where there's a bit of a panic, at least at the beginning. Nathan Phillips Square, where the Raptors are celebrating their NBA championship, and here's what the police have said. Reports of woman shot, people running from the area, police, EMS on scene, unknown what the injuries are. Updates as we get them on Fox News Channel. Your World with Cavuto continues after this.
Also hanging out, let's just talk just for a moment about that incident again, because initially Matt Devlin, who is the Raptors play-by-play, did a pretty remarkable thing. He got on stage very quickly. It was clear they were not moving the Prime Minister, they weren't moving the players. That suggested right away that they didn't feel there was an imminent threat. And he realized that his job was to just get people to calm down.
Calm the crowd.
You know, we've got pictures of like a stroller being trampled. The little one was okay, only because her father lifted her up
grabbed
above
her out of the stroller and pulled
his
her
head.
out. Yeah, so.
But the key was to make sure people stopped running. They ran west along Queen Street in a mad trample. They ran west, everybody running away
right through
from
where we
the
would see the skating rink here at Nathan Phillips Square is covered, and they ran right across that. It was a scary moment. We're showing some of the viz now.
The amazing thing about it is everything on stage continued because there's a whole part of this section of this square that didn't even realize something was happening.
A lot of people here didn't know what was going on.
And here in the back, we're seeing people being trampled. We're seeing people crying. We're seeing people upset. It was a really crazy moment.
It could have been a really bad moment and marred this day, but kudos goes out to our emergency services, everybody from our paramedics, you know, the ambulance crews, police, security officers, everybody here involved today. There was a lot of hard work and planning that goes into trying to pull off something of this magnitude, and for the most part, it was a safe day.
Well, and kudos seriously to the people of Toronto, you know, throughout this playoff, but also on this day in particular, as that parade was snaking its way through the city and they would crowd around it, the police just had to ask them to move, and they would. Now, in terms of whether it's an actual situation unfolding or anxiety about it, at this point it's hard to tell, but we do know that the Eaton Center, which is not that far away, about a block or two away, is actually
across the street,
is on lockdown at the moment. Again, why is that? Is that because they're looking for the suspects, the two are already in custody, or is it a bit of anxiety?
It could be them also trying to make sure that all these people don't just crowd into that shopping center and make that an unsafe place as people try to make their way to the subways. Because it was difficult getting them all in here. It's going to be another thing trying to get them out as they clear the square here and leave a mess behind, but it was a lot of fun.
The cleanup crews move in pretty quickly, you know.
Yes.
Again, I think you're looking at some of the pictures of
this
people
is the disturbance from earlier.
You can see how that happening in a crowd might send the rumors flying as fast as the feet.
Adrian, I'm sure you've covered incidents like this. You know when something happens, when people are unaware, when they're scared, they tend to move in packs like that, and it could have been a really, really dangerous situation here.
Well, the police are in fact telling us that not only did they have 2 people in custody, but they also recovered weapons.
Yes.
So.
And they were close by, and they were all over. I would say if you had a couple of million people in here, you had thousands officers and I guess and other security staff from the different buildings, from Nathan Phillips Square, from our own Toronto City Hall security. So there was a lot of security here, but you know, we're here for celebration, and anytime you get this many people together in one place, you can have some problems, and it only takes 1 or 2 people to cause it.
It is a big city.
Yes, it is.
You know, it is a big city. Greg, let's talk about a little bit more about the reason why we're actually here today, which is about some of these players. You, I'm trying to identify yet another moment you had with them. We have some more tape. Did you have another favorite?
I mean, there were so many. We had Norm Powell, who grabbed my mic at one point and said, I literally just walked up and grabbed the mic, and I said, go ahead. There was also a moment where I was on the back of one bus. Kyle Lowry is on the front of another bus holding the trophy, and I just got his attention. I said, Kyle, and I just motioned, can I throw the mic? He's like, okay. So I threw the mic to him as well. It wasn't just Drake. We had a practice run with Kyle.
What sport did you play? You're able to throw those mics so